Today is National HIV Testing Day, and here to tell us about it and how you can get involved is Director of Specialty Health Solutions at Walgreens, Brad McElliey. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Well, thanks so much for having me. I greatly appreciate it.
Yes, of course. So why is National HIV Testing Day so important, and why should people get tested?
You know, the CDC recommends that everyone between the ages of 13 and 64 at some point in their lives to get an HIV test. And then certain individuals that may be at higher risk of acquiring HIV, they actually recommend more frequent HIV testing. They do this because 1 in 8 individuals living with HIV in the United States still does not know their HIV status. So critically important to know your status, because then you're able to get into either HIV treatment or prevention options as well. So very important message on National HIV Testing Day as well.
Now, Brad, sometimes going into a test can be a little scary, not knowing what to expect. So what can people expect when they go in for a test?
Yeah, great question. There is still fear around HIV testing and then treatment options as well. We want to help overcome that fear for individuals. We do that by offering, we actually host the largest HIV testing event in the country on National HIV Testing Day, to where we have community organizations in our stores to offer that free confidential test, to where an individual can come in without an appointment, get an HIV test, usually have the results within 20 minutes. They do that in a private health room. And we're there also with counselors and healthcare professionals to make sure that if anyone has any questions, we're able to answer those questions that the individuals may have.
Now, there can be a lot of stigmas around HIV, so why is it important to destigmatize HIV testing?
Stigma is still very real. It has been since the beginning of the epidemic, and the epidemic has been going on for 40 years now. And so very critical to make sure that you have convenient healthcare professionals that are trained to be able to answer any questions that individuals may have, and then making sure that you have convenient options for individuals to go in to get an HIV test to where it feels just part of their normal healthcare. And so we do that by offering free HIV tests on National HIV Testing Day in over 400 of our stores around the country. And we believe that along with training our pharmacists, plays a critical role in helping to overcome the stigma associated with HIV.
Now, how is Walgreens supporting the HIV community?
Walgreens has really been a part of ending the HIV epidemic, or the fight to end the HIV epidemic, since the beginning. We actually opened up our first HIV specialized pharmacy back in 1996, and since then have been able to expand our specialized pharmacies with HIV to where individuals that are needing HIV treatment or prevention options have the tools and resources available for them. We do also train our pharmacists around the country. We have 9,000 locations to where we're training our pharmacists on HIV, destigmatizing HIV as well, and then where to help an individual to get an HIV test. And so we've been not only with National HIV Testing Day, but more broadly with helping to end the HIV epidemic. We've been involved since really the beginning of the epidemic.
Now, once someone receives their results, what should they do next?
We have counselors, we have healthcare professionals available to answer any questions that an individual may have, to answer questions even before about what do I do now that I know my HIV status. And then we can get the patient linked to care in the event that they're needing a confirmatory test for HIV in order to be able to get in for HIV treatment, or to talk about pre-exposure prophylaxis, or PrEP, that prevents an individual from acquiring HIV. We're there to be able to answer any of those questions on National HIV Testing Day.
Great. Thank you so much, Brad, for your insight and your information. You can visit a local Walgreens today to receive a free and confidential HIV test and learn more about HIV prevention and treatment options. Find a participating Walgreens location at greaterthan.org/Walgreens.